I must become a menace to my enemies, and if I ever let you slide, who should be extirpated from my universe, who should be cauterized from Earth completely, law and order jerk-offs of the first, the terrorist degree, then let my body fail my soul in its bedeviled lecheries, and if I ever let love go, because the hatred and the whisperings become a phantom dictate I obey in lieu of impulse and realities, the blossoming flamingos of my wild mimosa trees, then let love freeze me out. I must become a menace to my enemies.
Our opening clip was the poet June Jordan reciting her poem, A Menace to My Enemies. June Jordan is a sheroe of the unstoppable Mona Eltahawy, journalist, feminist, and global truth teller whose voice cuts through the noise like no one else. Mona is the author of Headscarves and Hymens, The 7 Necessary Sins for Women and Girls, and her latest, Bloody Hell, Adventures in Menopause from Around the World. Her work spans continents and revolutions, from the front lines of Egypt's Arab Spring to the ongoing fight against patriarchy, white supremacy, and fascism everywhere. She's here to inspire rebellion, liberation, and the refusal to be silenced. Want to be part of these unfiltered conversations? Join us at the Gaslit Nation Salon every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. Meet fellow listeners, trade insights, let off some steam, and help build a living, breathing archive of resistance. You can sign up at patreon.com/gaslit. That's patreon.com/gaslit. Discounted annual memberships are available. And to everyone who already supports the show, thank you. You make Gaslit Nation possible. And if you're looking for a summer beach read that pairs well with revolution, pick up the Gaslit Nation graphic novel, Dictatorship. It's easier than you think. Join our shady narrator, Judge Lackey, as he stumbles through the dark comedy of clinging to power, dodging accountability, and panicking over activists and journalists. Check it out at your local library or bookshop.org. Now, a message from Judge Lackey.
Ah, summer. BBQs, swimming, purging your enemies. Every dictator needs a scapegoat, usually an ethnic minority who is used to symbolize all that is opposed to the nation, while the dictator and his fans embody the natural state. Learn more in my favorite beach read, Dictatorship. It's easier than you think. Almost too easy.
And now, here's the Gaslit Nation Self-Care Q&A with Mona Eltahawy. We do this Gaslit Nation self-care Q&A. It's rapid fire questions, like very simple. Like, what book do you recommend and why? 10 questions. Can I ask you those questions?
Of course.
What's a book you think everyone should read and why?
Anything by June Jordan. And whether it's her poetry or her essays, because June Jordan was a Black lesbian poet, feminist, and activist. The reason I love June Jordan, and I have her words literally tattooed on my skin, we are the ones we have been waiting for, is that June Jordan was able to connect what is happening here domestically in the United States to what is happening across the world internationally. She sadly died, many years ago. But just reading her poetry and just reading her essays, one collection of essays that I especially recommend is called Some of Us Did Not Die. Because very soon after 9/11, she gave a speech at Barnard College, and the fuckery happening at Columbia right now, in which she says, what is the duty of those of us who did not die in 9/11? She quotes a Holocaust survivor who says, what am I obliged to do now with my life as a form of duty to those who did not survive the Holocaust, So we have to constantly ask ourselves, some of us did not die. Those of us who did not die, what is our duty now, And so June Jordan was able to synthesize the oppression here at home in the United States with the oppression abroad and constantly challenge us to revolution. A revolution that is filled with rage, because she recognizes that rage is one of those fuels that drive us. So pick up anything by June Jordan.
What's a documentary everyone should watch?
Documentary? Oh gosh, I haven't watched documentaries in a long time. Oh my God. Can we come back to that question?
The Handmaid's Tale. We'll just make... What's a dramatic film everyone should watch?
Oh my goodness. What is one of my favorite? A dramatic film. Jeez, I have not been watching.
It could be a comedy.
It could be a comedy. Let me think about that one too.
No worries. Yeah. Who are some historical mentors who inspire you?
Oh, okay. So I've got more contemporary ones like Egyptian feminist Mona Eltahawy. I mentioned already June Jordan, the anarchist Emma Goldman. another anarchist called Voltairine de Cleyre, another anarchist called Lucy Parsons. Oh, I know. Because I said I'm an anarchist, so I'm going to bring up a lot of anarchists. There was a group in Spain. If there was one time period that I wish that I lived in, it was during the Spanish Civil War.
Oh, go on. I love this. Go on.
And it is among the anarchists during the Spanish Civil War, because sadly, the Spanish Civil War was won by the fascists because they were armed by Mussolini and Hitler. So Franco was armed by them, and the communists and the anarchists sadly ended up fighting each other, which is so often the case among the left.
Divide and conquer.
Totally. But the anarchists during that period in Spain, the women recognized that leftist men, bless them, are just as misogynist as everyone else. And so the women created their own group called Mujeres Libres, which is free women. And that was a group of anarchists that specifically focused on women and what they called their triple oppression. And their triple oppression was capitalism, misogyny, and basically domestic slavery, because they recognized that those things anarchist men would never recognize as their own fights as well. So those group of anarchist women during that period in Spain in the 1930s, and there is a book called Free Women of Spain by Martha Acklesberg. It's a really great book. I recommend that along with June Jordan.
I'm going to read that now. I'm obsessed with the Spanish Civil War.
Oh, we probably could have another conversation.
Exactly. Come back just to talk about Spain.
Do that.